Brady has a voice destined for radio. If you met him, you would instantly agree. He has the smooth, thoughtful cadence of a Discovery Channel narrator mixed with the sharp, focused depth of a golf announcer. When NASCAR fans tune in to their local radio stations on Sunday mornings, they hear Brady's voice loud and clear. To everyone listening, is it immediately clear how much Brady loves his job? If it's possible to hear someone smiling through the audio waves, Brady's grin could shout from the rooftops. However, what these listeners likely don't know is that for the first 3 years of his life, Brady could not speak. He was diagnosed with developmental delay and autism spectrum disorder, which placed him in special education classes throughout his entire K-12 education. For young adults like Brady across the United States, only 1 out of 4 working age adults are currently employed. So now you might be asking yourselves, how did Brady, the kid with autism who was characterized as nonverbal, eventually attain a job 20 years later that requires him to speak to massive audiences for hours at a time? The answer actually is quite a simple one. Brady learned employment-related social skills. Brady was one of those students who could easily master the technical side of employment and academic skills, but for whom the unpredictable nature of social skills seemed daunting. Prior to working at the radio station, he had a brief stint at a fast food restaurant. I remember him telling me about the first day on the job when the manager said, "Now remember, Brady, the customer is always right." Brady was quick to disagree with him. "No, they're not. That's impossible." Needless to say, customer service was a bit of a struggle at first. High school transition programs focused on preparing individuals with disabilities for the workforce, emphasize vocational skills through opportunities such as work-based learning and job shadowing. These opportunities tend to focus narrowly on the technical side of employment preparation and often neglect the social side. Yet this expectation is incongruent with the expectations that employers hold for their future employees. Employers expect their employees with and without disabilities to enter the workforce with job-ready social skills. As for the technical side of the skills that many of these programs are focusing on, those tend to be highly specific to the workplace and the role of that job. For example, knowing how to roll silverware is great if you want to work at a restaurant, but it starts to lose relevance and transferability when applied to a hospital setting or an auto mechanic shop. Social skills, however, are relevant and transferable across settings and tasks and include things like saying hi to a customer or asking a supervisor for help or working collaboratively with others. Research shows that failure to meet the social expectations of employers is the primary reason why adults with disabilities often lose their jobs. Therefore, explicit instruction on social skills development is needed in high school transition programs for students with autism and intellectual disability. When I was a graduate student, I was Brady's job coach, which means that I provided on-the-job support to him during an internship that he had. Driven by the knowledge that social skills are among the greatest indicators of success for job retainment, I decided to switch up my coaching style. So in addition to giving him prompts related to the task at hand, I'd also add things like, ask your coworker Stacy how her weekend was, or when he asked me a question, instead of answering, I would redirect him to ask a supervisor instead. As a job coach, your overarching goal is to work yourself out of a job so that the employee no longer needs your support. Within weeks of simply socializing my coaching style, I was pretty much invisible to Brady and stopped coming to his shifts because I was no longer needed. Brady's social skills soared, and the summer after that internship, he landed his dream job at the radio station. Moving forward with this work, in the fall, I will be launching the Job Coaching Academy, which is a professional development series for teachers and paraprofessionals who work in high school transition programs. The content of this training will be heavily focused on linking social skills to employment skills development. If you're in the education space, I hope you'll join me in efforts to socialize our teaching so that we are building students and leaders who are not only technically skilled, but socially fluent as well. And for those of you out there in the broader community, I hope that I encourage you to simply engage someone with a disability in a conversation. The next time you see someone with a disability in the workplace, at church, or out in the community, simply have a conversation with them. Social interactions are two-way streets, and we all benefit from a meaningful, respectful dialogue. Together, we can build a more inclusive community for everyone. Thank you.